Hey everyone, super excited. Olga here. We will be doing our amazing webinar with our amazing device called HydroVerstand PRO. So I already have my model with me. The skin is double cleansed, so she's ready to receive the HydroDiamond treatment. And I will go step by step to let you guys know what is the HydroDiamond, what is the difference between the tips, between the serums, and also we will cover all the other features of this machine, as there are 7 different features. So if you have any questions, write them down, and then by the end of the webinar, I will be going through them to answer the most interesting ones, so everybody can have some answers. Okay, so first and foremost, HydroDiamond. It's the new type of the HydroDermabrasion technology. What's the main difference? You all know that the HydroDermabrasion uses the different tips with different abrasion and the hydro serum. What is different for the HydroDiamond is that we are using the different diamond tips. They have the dual diamond surface as well as the clear tips, and then we will be using the extraction tips. The second main difference is that the serum, which we choose pre-war based on the client's skin concerns, will be determined by the skin type, and also it's different how we apply the serum. So what's new in the HydroDiamond is that instead of pulling it from the jar, we will be applying the serum topically on the skin. I will demonstrate you right now how I will do it. The main benefit is that your expenses per facial will be drastically decreased. So per our calculations and by the feedback of our clients, the bottle of the serum, which is 16 ounces, will last you for 100 facials. So pretty much you will need to reorder it in like 4 months. So this will run almost forever. The expenses per one facial will be only $2 per one facial. You will charge anywhere from $175 to $250 based on what add-ons you add to your services. Let's start finally. I'm super excited. Okay, so based on the client's needs, you can choose between HydroClear, which is based on the lactic acid, or Salic Pure. Salic Pure is based on the salicylic acid. My client has pretty nice and clear skin, so she does not require too much of the salicylic. I would choose the HydroClear. This will be great for the hyperpigmentation, acne, inflammation as well, and overall to maintain the healthy skin condition. So what you would need to do is to use the tiny cup, the serum, and the brush. This all will come inside with your machine. So you would need to use a little bit of the serum, approximately 3 to 5 ml, 3 to 5 milliliters of the serum per the entire facial. This will last almost forever. If you can see, it just a little bit of the serum. So you would need to use your fan brush and apply it topically. And here is the secret why I'm doing this. If you will compare the HydroDiamond with the standard HydroDermabrasion, when you pull the serum from the jar and then it touches the skin and it's absorbed back to the waste jar. So the time, how long serum contact the skin is like 1 to 2 seconds, really quick. In our case, I just apply the serum. So serum actually has time to perform its chemical magic, as I call it. So in this specific scenario, we are using lactic, right? Yes, HydroClear, lactic acid. So lactic acid right now is pre-exfoliating and pre-peeling the skin, preparing it for further hydro exfoliation. Now, while the serum is there, I would need to set up my machine. On the HydroDiamond treatment, I would need to adjust the vacuum suction on the side of the machine. I would use about 45% of vacuum suction. And with this treatment, it's not about how much it absorbs, how strong the suction is. It's about the logic of the skin saturated with the chemical ingredient, with the serum, with the contact with the diamond tips. So I'm using the dual diamond tip right here. Let me prepare this one. Sorry. Done. Okay. So I will be using my dual diamond tip H200. So we have 3 types of the tips: H100, 150, and 200. The higher the number, the more gentle your exfoliation will be. The lower the number, like 100, the more abrasive it will be. So I am using the lightest exfoliation for the face because she has your Fitzpatrick 1. So she needs more gentle approach. I'm using H200. Intensity of the vacuum suction is about 45%. Never go max. You don't want to overstretch the skin. And another point before I start, if you can see the vacuum opening on the diamond tips is super small. So even if you by accident will increase the suction way too high, it cannot damage the skin because vacuum opening is specifically made small to protect the skin from overstretching. But we fill this space with more diamonds to ensure you have more exfoliation benefits from it. Okay, let's start. You hear the motor working. You can test the suction. It's great. You can use gloves or no gloves based on your preference or just sanitized surroundings. Okay, you'll feel the slight leaking sensations. You always follow the lymphatic flow direction. So starting from the middle of the face, you will move up. Very, very nice and gentle treatment. And then you will move in the cross motion from the middle to the periphery. If you can see, I even can do it with one hand because there is not too much of a suction and not too much of the pulling of the skin. Move it closer to me, making sure I have the long hose. Make sure that you cover the entire facial area. If the skin reacts nicely, I mean, you will have always the slight hyperemia. This is the reaction you want to achieve because skin reacts to two actions, to the chemical agent of the serum and also to the mechanical abrasion with your diamond tip. It will get pink a little bit right after you pass on one area, and then during the next 5 to 7 minutes, it all will get to this norm. As soon as one area is done, you will use the same brush, the same serum. You will reapply it higher on the next area. Feels okay? Awesome. And you see this really thin glow of the serum on the skin. It should not drip or leak, so don't overuse the serum. The goal is to saturate the serum, the skin with the serum, and then use the mechanical agent to exfoliate the skin. So you can do either short passes or long pass. The secret is the following. The longer the wand stays on the skin, the more vacuum is being created, and then by the end you'll have red line, which is because of the suction. If you want to be super gentle, you can use short passes to cover the entire treatment area. Again, the benefits of this way to perform HydroDerm is the following. You're using 10 times less serum. You are giving the serum more time to work with the skin, so you pre-exfoliate and pre-peel the skin more effectively, and you exfoliate it better and much more effectively as you're using dual diamond surface, not just plastic tips. You're using diamond tips and not just one circle of the diamond. It's dual diamond surface. Coming back. And if you can see, I still have some serum left on the skin. So if you want to cover the treated areas again, you are allowed to make up to 3 passes on the same area. The skin usually reacts with the beautiful, healthy pink glow, which is the result of the exfoliation and a little bit of the suction. So you can go ahead and do the forehead, or you can go ahead and do first other side of the face. Just a little bit of serum. Another secret is that you're able to reapply the serum on the previously treated skin areas a couple of times. So it's not necessarily one pass only. So you can do either one pass with the diamonds, or you can do the entire treatment, then reapply the serum and do the same step over again based on how much of the serum and how much of the skin you would want to exfoliate. This is part of the customization of the process, and this is done specifically for you to customize the treatment based on your client's needs. Few passes in here, and then now the coolest thing, you will not want to miss the nose area with the exfoliation. So what I will do, I will apply the serum a little bit on the nose because I do want to exfoliate this area too, or I will do the extractions. Here is a simple explanation. Extractions will be so much easier when the skin on the nose is previously prepared with exfoliation. So the lactic acid serum will soften the superficial layer of the blackheads, will soften the sebum. The diamond on the tip will exfoliate the dry skin cells, making it more easier for me after to address the blackheads if there are such. My model is almost perfect. There is no blackheads, but I will try to get some in here. Okay, so some on the side, it's just exfoliation again. So I'm not trying to pull any sebum with the vacuum. It's just the exfoliation. This side is done, beautiful in pink. She'll come down in a second, I promise you. And it's time to do another one. So in this area, I will reapply the serum. If you can see, just a little layer of it, not too much. Of course, you can do the entire neck and décolleté. It's up to you. And again, just follow the lymphatic flow directions. Due to the fact that I am not overstretching the skin with the vacuum suction, there is no need to hold the skin taut. Though, if it's the part of your technique and you already get used to, of course, you can use another hand to hold the skin taut and then do short passes to cover the entire area to be treated. Still, I have a lot of serum left on the skin because I also want to have the benefits of chemical exfoliation, not just mechanical. Feels fine? Awesome. Okay, moving further, I will go on the cheek just a little bit, and you see this nice gloss, not too much. It's not dripping or leaking anywhere, and it allows me to save serum, so you're not overusing it. Follow lymphatic flow directions as always, short, quick motions on more sensitive areas, or even for clients with rosacea, if you have clients with broken capillaries, you would want to reduce the vacuum suction to make it even more gentle. But with this technology, you are more than welcome to perform the exfoliation for the people with rosacea, as diamonds are doing all the magic and you're not using vacuum too much. Very, very mild vacuum suction. And another pass. And we're almost done with this treatment, which is really cool and easy to do. Okay, so there are two options to work around the eyes. You can either, if you have someone young with very responsive skin, you can do the dual diamond tips, or you can change it to the, I'll show you. You can change it to the clear ruffle tip if needed. We were fine to do it with the diamond. So these two are for more gentle skin, for acne skin, or for someone with really, really fragile skin. And then another one will be used for the extractions. So what I will go ahead and do right now, we will move towards extractions. I will use super light vacuum suction because it's still a little bit hypersensitive. I will do it for the T-zone. So to do extractions, you would cover the, chin, nose, and also the forehead area, but you would need to reapply the serum, same serum. If you see that your clients have more exfoliation, more inflammation on the T-zone, you can use, instead of lactic acid, you can combine it and use salicylic pure serum on the T-zone for the extractions. In my case, no inflammations, no acne, so I will just follow up with the same serum, which is the lactic acid based serum. And here it is. I will be using my clear tip. There are two sides of the clear one, the larger one and the smaller one. Larger one, the larger the opening, the more intense suction will be. So using the large one, I would need to reduce the suction, not to overstretch the skin. If you will be choosing to use the small one, then you can use somewhere about 50% of the vacuum suction for the extractions. So I'm doing the reapplying the serum on the chin, a little bit on the nose and the forehead. You can do it at once, so serum can already start working with the skin, making sure the suction is not too much. I reduced it to 40%, hit start. And then the technique with the extraction is a little bit different. So instead of moving the liner motions, I will be doing the twisting motions. If you can see, and again, I don't want to overstretch the skin. I just want to play with it and boost the healthy blood lymphatic flow. And also, if I would have some blackheads or congestions here, I would slow down with the motions, making sure the content from the pores will be absorbed inside of my wand. So twisting motions, don't stop on one spot to avoid any kind of petechia formation and overstretching the skin. Now nose on one side. Nose would be most of times easier to use with the small tip. Twisting motions. And again, if you have client with broken capillaries, be careful with vacuum suction. Rather make it longer than more intense. So I would prefer to provide this treatment a couple of passes more, the extractions, rather than increasing the vacuum suction. Twisting motions on the sides of the nose. You can also do motions trying to pull the serum out. And you also can see the nice pink reaction of the skin. Beautiful. So, few options. Either use it with the larger diameter tip or with the smaller one. As soon as this is done, this is pretty much the end of the HydroDiamond, including exfoliation and extractions. So what comes next is a little bit of magic. So what you would need to do, you would need to grab the measuring cup. It's specifically clear, and also one of the devices, one of the skincare in your skincare set is the AquaShare. It says not for skin. So this is the cleansing solution for your device. You would need to add approximately 10 to 15 mLs to your system. Ensure that you have your vacuum suction on max. And then what we are doing is we are doing two things at once. First, we are flushing the wand and the tip, so it's not drying up inside. We are maintaining your wand so it can last forever almost. And second thing, we will have the gunky waste in the waste jar, so you will have the proof of the effectiveness of the treatment to express it and to show it to your clients. So as soon as you have a little bit of the AquaShare cleansing solution into the measuring cup, hit start on the device, you hear the vacuum suction. What you would need to do is to place your wand directly there, absorb all of this inside, and again, I just flushed the tubing of my wand to the waste jar. So I did two beautiful things. Just clean up the wand. And second, I will have the residue and the remainings of all the waste in the waste jar. Here it is. I will disconnect it to show. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. So here what comes out from the waste, it have some blackheads, sometimes it have hair, sometimes it have dry skin cells. Everything that was exfoliated and extracted from skin comes in here. Clients usually would you like to see it, so clients usually want to see what was in their skin. Yes, it's always like that. It's a wow effect that people want to have. So usually it depends on how much and how long the treatment was, how much dry skin you were able to exfoliate, etc. So here's your waste, but the benefit of it, it's not your serum. So you just spent, I spent even less. I spent about $1 for the facial because I used it really, really lightly on the face. I didn't use too much of the serum and just the cleansing solution. So we are not wasting our money and our pricey serums to show the waste, just the cleansing solution. Okay, awesome. We are done with that. How do you feel?
Oh, excellent.
Awesome. Okay, cool. We can move on for the next steps, and we have multiple options with the HydroVerstand PRO. As it's a 7-in-1 treatment, you can do few options. So you either can continue with the ultrasound for the skin hydration, and you would need to use either the large probe for the entire facial area or the smaller one for around the eyes and lips. Ultrasound on the HydroVerstand PRO uses 1.1 megahertz. It is 1.1 million of vibration per second. The ultrasound will help to infuse the serums deep into the skin and hydrate the skin, as well as stimulate blood and lymphatic circulation. If your clients are more mature and you want to address also the collagen and skin laxity, you can choose to use the radio frequency. Radio frequency are right here. You also have two probes. One of those are bipolar and another one is full polar radiofrequency. Radiofrequency will hit the skin and boost the collagen production. So you would expect skin tightening and firming within the next 28 days after the service. Another options would be either the oxygen infusion with the spray, or it might be the dual facial sculptor with double oxygen injectors that will be 100% holistic treatment to hydrate and also to tone the skin. I think I will be using the oxygen right now just to show you guys how it's being operated. And after that, I will use the dual facial sculptor. In order to do so, I would need to connect it to the input at the back. 1 second. Up, 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 up. Done. Okay. So for the oxygen infusion, 100% you're all familiar with this technology. You would need to use the serum that will be applied into the tiny cup here based on the skin concerns. So we offer the Luminoxy Skin Brightening Serum, Oxytide Skin Repairing and Boosting Serum, or Revita-Ox, Revitalizing Antioxidant. And we will stick with that. Revita-Ox, Revitalizing and Antioxidant Serum. So you would need to open up the tiny cup in here, add the serum. You would need about maximum 3 milliliters for the entire face, neck, and décolleté. Then to select here, your next feature is the oxygen therapy. So just press start. You would need, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm good. No goodness, all good. So to spray the serum, you would need to press on the trigger to make sure that the serum is spread through the wand. And you can go first on the distance from the skin and then go closer to the skin. Or you can infuse first to spread it all over the treated area. It feels a little bit cold and soothing already. And then the closer you get with the wand to the skin, the more infusion of the serum you will receive. This step will take you about 3 to 5 minutes. It's not long. It's really hydrating, as well as it's really toning, due to the fact that the skin is wet and you're blowing the condensed air on it, so it feels really soothing, and it's really nice step to do after you just did the exfoliation and chemical extractions and exfoliation as well. So it's really nice soothing step. Feels really nice. It's easy to provide. Clients really love this treatment, and it's a beautiful add-on to almost all the services. So the serum that we are using are a bit more thicker than the regular serums. So they are still water-based, but they are not dripping or leaking anywhere. As you can see, they stay on the skin with like a nice thick layer. So you can massage it into the skin after to make sure you evenly spread it, or you can go ahead and spray it a bit more on the chosen areas to have this beautiful afterglow.
That feels really nice.
Right? It's really soothing and very refreshing. Okay, if this step is done, and it usually doesn't take too long, so this step will take just a few minutes, what you can do, which I highly recommend, is to swap at the back of your unit. You swap the wands and you go from the oxygen infusion, to the dual facial sculptor. Why I want to do it right after, because I still have some serum on the surface of the skin, and I want to infuse it even deeper. Sorry, okay, I'm here. I want to infuse it even deeper with the dual facial sculptor. So here it is, super unique. You probably didn't see it anywhere this way. So you turn it on, you have the same oxygen pulsating from the wands. Now you will be, even the sound is already super relaxing. So this feels like a micro vibrations. You can perform it either like I'm doing right now, or you can do the linear motions and you hear this vibration and pulsation. So this is the oxygen infusing the serum that is topically applied on the skin, deep into the skin, at the same time massaging the skin with the micro vibrations. Feel very interesting, right?
Really good. I'm enjoying it.
like the cat purring at the same time. Or you can do this treatment on the both sides to expedite the process and to make it faster, because it's not microcurrent, there is no current or ultrasound use. This step is 100% holistic way to infuse the serum, at the same time boost lymphatic and blood circulation, and also massage the face in a very, very, very unique way. Oh, I truly love these treatments. It's even fun to do. So you can start, of course, from the center of the face, go into the periphery, making sure you will cover all the areas.
Feels so good.
So good. I love the sound. The sound is also very, very relaxing with these vibrations. I hope you guys can hear it. That's the moment to fall asleep, like meditation. So if you want to add it also to the neck, follow lymphatic flow directions. So you would do it from the middle of the face, go into the periphery, and going down. On the décolleté, of course, you can do the massage motions. I'm jealous. I want to do, I want this treatment. Or you can do it on the two sides of the neck. Again, the benefits are that it's 100% holistic, no current use, no ultrasound use. So people, for example, with the thyroid issue won't be the contraindication group. You can do it at any area with any serum. So let's say you have the serum which is a little bit more thicker than the water base. Let's say it's a jelly serum, hyaluronic acid, and you want to infuse it deep into the skin. You can apply it topically, and then you can push it with the power of a holistic oxygen flow with the simultaneous massage and lymphatic drainage. We call it sculptor because you also can use a little bit of pressure to make sure you are sculpturing the cheekbones and bringing the lymph towards its healthy directions. Again, two sides or one side as you prefer. Two sides is usually a little bit more advanced, as it's really unusual sensations. Infuse the serum, boost lymphatic drainage, bring the blood circulation to the surface, and revitalizes the skin as well as sculptures the soft tissues. Fun. And this treatment won't be the contraindication for people with rosacea or broken capillaries because there is no suction. Again, this is the positive pulsation. So it's really good for people with cupirosis, with rosacea, or with acne because you're not pulling the skin, you're pushing the serum in with the power of oxygen vibrations. Done. Awesome. Okay. That was step number 3 and feature number 3. Right now, I would prefer to use the ultrasound. I would skip radiofrequency probably for this type of the client because she has capillaries really close to the skin. So, and she's young. For those who would require the radiofrequency treatment, you will use the circular motions, glide over the skin with the previously applied gel. Radiofrequency hits the skin, stimulates kind of stress inside of the dermal layer of the skin, and boosts production of new collagen elastin fibers. So you would see firmer and tighter skin within months after the initial treatment. In our case, I would definitely prefer the ultrasound as I want to deeply, deeply hydrate the skin. So let me prepare it for you. Lots of cords. The more features, the more cords. Ba-ba-bam, almost ready. Okay, I'm ready. I won't need this, neither this, neither this. So I'll hide this all. I would need a gel. So for the ultrasound, you can use either serum based on the skin type, based on the skin concern, or you can use the gel. We recommend to use the Zemits Genius gel. This one has the peptides on it, so it will boost production of new collagen, which is great because that's what we all want. So you would need to select the ultrasound here on your device. Ultrasound. You also have the modes A, B, and C, which will depend on what area you're using and how deep you want to go. And then you will adjust the adjust the intensity. I like to use it in max. I would prefer to use it out of 20. Ultrasound, you don't really feel. Ultrasound doesn't generate any heat or vibration. You might feel a little bit of vibration, but to test if ultrasound is working, you would need to make a drop of water on the surface, press the side button to activate it, and it will start evaporating it. Client will feel slightly vibrations. So you can apply the serum, the gel, directly on the skin. I will do it with the gel on my wand. Hit start. It's active right now, but I do need to press the side button to activate the ultrasound penetration. I'll start with this side, please. Okay, awesome. Apply the gel. Tell me if you feel anything. Not really, right? That's the point. So ultrasound, just cold gel. That's correct. So it is working. You can see it on the screen. You have the countdown. You also, as soon as you press the button, it's active. Hold it pressed all the time. That is why the button is located right under the area of your thumb. So you would simply need to glide over the treated area. Okay, this treatment would be a beautiful finishing step. First off, it feels like cold. It won't heat up. The treatment won't let you to like warming sensation. So it's a beautiful finalizing step after you just did all of your previous exfoliations, extractions, infusions, and all the rest. If you prefer to do radiofrequency, which we skipped right now, then ultrasound would be even better to do after, because you will initially and additionally hydrate the skin and calm it down, tone it. So ultrasound helps to infuse the beautiful elements of the serums that are already applied on the skin deeper into the skin, as well as to boost blood and lymphatic circulation on this area. So I'm using circular motions or the 8 sign, following the lymphatic flow direction from the center of the face to the periphery. You can pay a little bit more attention on the area around the eyes to hydrate the skin and also to target the crow's feet, right? Crow's feet. Awesome. Really nice and quick right here. I'm gonna head and do another side, some extra gel. I would need it. Okay. I would use it from this side. Just press. Slowly motions all over the treated area. And if you guys can see, the redness is already coming down. You don't have that much hyperemia that I had at the beginning of my treatment after the HydroDiamond step, which is a normal reaction. And she has a sensitive reactive skin. I already can see it. But if you follow all the logical steps of this protocol, it eventually comes down, which is exactly what we expect. So ultrasound is a beautiful finishing step to deeply hydrate the skin, infuse it with the serums, and also calm it down after the previous treatment. You can use it ultrasound as a standalone as well, so it's not necessarily need to be one of the steps. Each of the features on the HydroVerstand PRO you can use by itself as a standalone treatment and charge accordingly to your location, to the service, and to the skincare that you use. Final steps to do it on the forehead. I'm using it for 3.5 minutes already, so the entire ultrasound step will take you maximum 5 minutes. You can make it slower. It depends on your style, depends on what type of the spa services you offer. If you have more relaxing, make sure that you dim the lights and use it like it really, really, really slow. If you use more medical oriented, when you need to have lights and your treatment can have a little bit more speed and vivid on it, so you can use my technique. I like everything fast, so you can do either 8 signs or circular motions. It's up to your technique and your preferences. And this is it, a little bit on the nose. Again, just reminding you, there is a special probe of ultrasound with the tiny surface that can be used around the eyes and also on the nose. I will just show it to you so you know. It looks like this. So you can precisely address same frequency at 1.1 megahertz 1.1 million vibrations per second. Now the magic is the following. Our gel is a leave-on mask, so there is no need to remove it after. If you feel that it's too tacky and your client will prefer to remove, feel free to use the hot towel to remove it. In our case, it's a leave-on mask, which is beautiful for the face after to hydrate it and to use as a beautiful hydrating element. I'm so jealous and I'm so happy. Okay, we're almost done, and as soon as we are finishing, I would read your question, guys, to see what else can I do for you to help you with these questions about this treatment and about this technology. Beautiful, glowing. This is this glass skin look, what people like to take a picture as an after on the before and afters. Awesome. Okay, you're all set, my love. Can be free. Thank you so much.
you.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, you can be free, and I will read the guys what might be the questions. Okay. Awesome. You look so good, so shiny. Okay, let's see. Okay, the questions were: what's the difference between HydroDiamond and standard HydroDermabrasion? Awesome question. So the standard HydroDermabrasion has multiple jars or just one jar with the treatment solution and then the waste jar. The serum is pulled from the jar, touch the skin for a couple of seconds, and then it goes to the waste jar right away. The negative aspects of that, there is the time, how long the serum reacts with the skin is pretty short. So the serum doesn't have enough time to pre-exfoliate and pre-peel the skin. Second side effect is that standard HydroDerm, you may see how the serum leaks and drips into the ears, which is totally eliminated in the HydroDiamond. And the tips: the standard HydroDerm would mostly have the the plastic tips. They might be either disposable for one-time use, or they might be like plastic tips with the tiny, tiny metal plate inside. In our case, again, I will show it to you. In our case, the serum is being applied with the fan brush and the serum. The serum stays on the skin longer, so you have enough time for the serum to actually chemically react with the skin, pre-exfoliate, pre-peel it. And then after that, it's very, very logical. Again, I'm proud with the fact that it's logical. You have the diamond tips that can be different diameters and different grids from 100 to 200 in different diameters. And you can perform more effective exfoliation without the possible overstretching the skin. The serum works longer, the tips works for better exfoliation, and the serum doesn't drip or leak, which causes to the fact that you're using really small quantity of the serum per facial. So instead of using with the standard HydroDerm from 1 to 3 ounces, you're using 2 to 3 milliliters. So one bottle of the 16 ounces will last you 100 facials. I mean, it's almost forever. Let's see what else we have. Up, 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 up. Okay. What treatments are included in the HydroVerstand PRO 7-in-1? Okay, so for this device specifically, you have the HydroDiamond feature to exfoliate and extract. You have the ultrasound for the eyes and lips. You have the ultrasound that I was just using for the entire face. You can also use it on the body. You also have the radio frequency, the bipolar radio frequency or the multipolar radio frequency that can be used around the eyes or on the flat surface of the skin, on the face. Then you have the dual facial sculptor, the 2 oxygen pulsation for the micro vibration, lymph stimulation and infusion. And you have the oxygen gun to infuse the serum, the water-based serum, all over the treated area. Okay. Can this device be safely used on the sensitive or acne-prone skin? The answer is yes. This is, again, one of the features that I love about this. Yes, you can, because the vacuum opening is really, really, really small. So instead of having the standard vacuum opening like dry diamond microderm, we filled it with more diamonds. So now you have twice the surface of exfoliation and really small vacuum opening, so you cannot overstretch the skin. So yes, it is safe for people with sensitive skin. Even you saw my model right now; she was pretty pink right after the treatment, but then it all calmed down because the logic of the protocol caused like a very nice reaction of the skin and acne prone skin as well. So for those who have acne, you would bypass the diamonds. You would choose to use ruffle tips, which are either smaller one right here or the one larger. So the ruffle tips would be less exfoliating and less abrasive. So let's say if you have someone with an active acne, you can either go over that area with this gentle tips, or you can use the most light diamonds one, H200, and really reduce the vacuum suction because it's gonna be mostly chemical connected with the slight abrasive of the diamonds. Okay, let's go next. How much do consumable run? And comparison against similar systems. Okay, so how much the serum you would use? As we already mentioned, with the HydroDiamond, you would need to use 3 to 5 milliliters per facial, including neck and décolleté. I just used 2 milliliters. So one bottle will run up to 100 facials. It makes your expenses per facial no more than $2, and you would charge $175. Compared to other technologies that will run with your expenses per facial would be anywhere from 20 to 45, sometimes $70 per facial, and you would charge same amount for 175. So your profit as the solo esthetician or spa owner with the HydroDiamond is at least $40 to $70 more on the same service, which I think is great. Okay. Dun. Can you break down the specific uses of each HydroDiamond tip included? Awesome. I think we covered it in the previous question, but I would just go really, really quick. So you have 6 diamonds. You have H100 for body, and the diameter is bigger. Then you have H150 for rough skin. It's the medium diameter of the tips. And then you have H200, which will be great for the entire facial area. Then you have 2 ruffle tips for more sensitive skin, and then you have 2 extraction tips which are clear, they're not here, so they have like a smooth opening. They would be great to extract the sebum and blackheads on the T-zone. Awesome. Dual facial sculptor, what is the benefits offered over traditional oxygen infusion methods? Okay, so what are the benefits of the dual facial sculptor over the traditional oxygen? So we actually do offer both the traditional oxygen with the oxygen spray and the dual facial sculptor. I personally love the dual facial sculptor because it gives me a little bit more freedom. So I can not just infuse the serum, not just spray it. I can apply the serum, which is thicker consistency, so it can stay on the skin and it will not drip or leak anywhere. And the dual facial sculptor allows me to provide very specific and very unique way of the massage at the same time simultaneously with the infusion. So it's kind of 2-in-1. So you would be able to sculpt the facial features, massage the face, boost lymphatic drainage, at the same time infusing the serum that is relevant to the skin concern. That's my most favorite thing. It feels amazing. It feels like purring cat, very relaxing and soothing experience. Very unique though. So the whole concept that this treatment is really, really unique. If you want to stand out from your competitors, this will be the way to go. This is really, really unique. Ta-ta, almost done. How does radiofrequency improve skin tightening? Okay, so radiofrequency, as we discussed, 2 of those, is they use the power of the electrical current. Electrical current goes through the skin resists. As an answer of resistance, the thermal energy is being generated inside of the dermal layer of the skin. The more you stay in one spot with the radiofrequency, the more energy is being accumulated inside, the more heat is being generated. And the more heat, the more stressful it is for our brain. The more stress we generate, the more response we'll have from our body. So the whole concept of radiofrequency is to controllably stress our body to wait for the production of new collagen and elastin fibers. And you always will need to wait for the 28 days, which is 4 weeks approximately after you did the initial treatment, to see the outcomes of the new collagen, which will be seen through the firmer and tighter skin. It looks like really refreshed, younger looking skin. That's why I love radiofrequency. Let's do one more, the last one. So I don't want to keep you too long. Training. Okay, what kind of the training is available for the new users of the Zemits? With every single device that we offer, small or big one, portable or professional, you always have the same access to the online training course, which will have the protocols, consent forms, users manuals, videos, assembly, frequent last questions, everything, social media help right there. So you will be able to upload our content to post it on your social media platforms and advertise it for your own services. And after that, for the professional devices, you will have one-on-one service and training by our educators. After that, we will send you the certificate of completion. And then if you have any questions, you're always, always welcome to DM, call, email us, anything that you need. You're from now on, you're always working with us. So we are more than happy to help you with all of this. Okay, I took probably forever. Thank you so much. Super excited. If you will have any more questions after that, feel free to DM separately or call us. We are here for you. Thank you, guys. Bye.